Hello and welcome to the Supercast. I'm your host, Superintendent Anthony Godfrey. Have you ever wondered what it takes to store everything needed to run a school district that covers 6 cities with 64 schools and more than 56,000 students? Where do we safely store food for our kitchens and cafeterias, or furniture, paper, and cleaning supplies for our classrooms? On this episode of the Supercast, we take you inside the district's central warehouse on a fun and fascinating tour with a man who has taken care of business there for 39 years. We're here at the Jordan School District warehouse with Randy Gray, the distribution coordinator. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning.
We're here at 7:30, which is early for me, but you start your day very early. What time does the warehouse get rolling?
I get here about 4:20 a.m. My guys show up around 5 a.m.
4:20 and 5 a.m. Why does everyone start at that unearthly hour?
Because we have to get all the food to the schools before they're ready to cook. So if they need it for the schools, they need anything for lunch that day, they have it before they need it.
So everything starts with you, really, here in the morning at 4:20. So tell me, you've got a stack of calendars here. How long have you been coming in to work at Jordan School District in one form or another?
39 and a half years.
39 and a half years. And we're about to lose all that 39 and a half years of experience from what I understand.
Right.
When do you retire?
December 22nd.
And how does that feel after so long?
Feels good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to miss a lot of guys, but yeah, I got a lot of other stuff I want to do, so it'll be fun.
Well, you'll certainly be missed. There's no question about that. Your stack of calendars goes back to the 90s.
Yeah, 96. I've got another drawer that has the other ones in it.
That's about how long you and I go back, right, to one of those calendars in there.
Yeah, I met you so a long, long time ago.
Yeah, we met a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit more about the warehouse. What does that involve?
We do all the food supplies that go out of here every day, produce. So that's the main bulk of the load in the morning. That's my big crew. So that's getting everything to the school programs, anything that they may run out of, they're short of, we get it to them as soon as we can in the day, as early as we can in the day. And then I have separate crews when we do the school supplies, the custodial supplies, and the maintenance supplies. And we pick them orders every single day, and then we do all the receiving for everything that comes in, including books or any non-inventories that come into. So
when you say picking, is that just pulling what the order is from the inventory that you have?
What the schools have requested.
Okay, so do you have regular orders, and then when they run out, then you run stuff out as needed as well?
Yeah, if we do run out, of which we've tried really hard not to, if we do run out, it goes into a back order system. And then we pick them back order tickets as soon as we get them, and then they go out as soon as we can get them to them.
How many employees do you have?
We have 14 people in here.
I know with all the PPE, there's been a big shift to get all of that out to the schools, so that's probably been one of the main impacts of the pandemic.
Right. It has really impacted us as far as my guys were working overtime, breaking down masks and, everything and anything, hand sanitizer. Kurt was out here helping us every day on that. So yeah, they were going nonstop.
Well, I've talked with Kurt, the director of purchasing, who's with us here today, about that. But I just want to thank you personally for that, because that sure made a big difference when people had that the first day. And I know you guys just pulled out all the stops, so thank you for that.
Yeah, the crew really jumped together. It's a good team out here. They work really good together, and they just jumped on it and got it done.
Part of what fascinates me about the warehouse is just the sheer volume of stuff that you guys have moving through here.
Right.
It's like, it makes Costco look like a convenience store.
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me about some of the volume of the items that you just have coming through here in big quantities.
Well, for instance, like if you take the white copy paper, we do around 23,000 cases of that a year. And we'll do like 12 to 15,000 cases of towels, toilet paper, tissue, hand soap. So, them quantities, they rotate and they never stop. So because we don't have an unlimited space, we have to gauge how much we can bring in at a time, and hopefully your next order hits you before, you run out. And we've been really lucky. We really haven't run out of much of anything.
And it is a large space, but like you said, it's not unlimited, so you have to gauge when to bring it in, and then the demand hits. And is the beginning of the school year just the craziest time?
Yeah, your summertime, you're pulling everything for the startup of next year.
Okay.
So you have massive orders. We have to get them out and into the schools, because when food starts up a week and a half before school comes in, then we resupply all the schools' lunchrooms with all their food. They're frozen, and then for the next 2 weeks, it's all food. It's getting all their produce to them. They're frozen, they're dry. I mean, it's just chaos. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. But the guys are very organized, and it just clicks.
Stay with us. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more of our fun and fascinating look at what's in the warehouse.
If you ever feel like you need just a little extra support in your life, maybe it's time to visit the Jordan Family Education Center. The center, located inside Rivers Edge School, provides support services and classes for families and students in Jordan School District free of charge. Classes like Blues Busters for children who are sad or worried, Let's Talk, a preteen communication class for parents and teens, or Superhero Social Skills, a class that helps children enhance their social skills. The Jordan Family Education Center also offers short-term counseling, and all services are provided by the district school psychologists and counselors. For information about classes and counseling, call 801-565-7442.
Let's go out and let's walk through the warehouse, and I definitely want to visit the freezer. The freezer is really something. So let's head out.
It's fun.
We have Kurt Prusy, Director of Purchasing, with us here walking through the warehouse as well. We've got gloves just sitting here on, what is this?
It's a transformer.
A transformer. Why, is that warming them up here?
Yeah, these are warming up. There's like a hot potato or something like that. But they put these on, and
the refrigerator gloves.
Yeah, the freezer, they're in there for an hour or so at a time, and you need to get reinforcements. So that's why there's 6 pair here. He's got another pair on right now, and he just rotates.
So when those gloves get cold, he can just grab another warm pair off the transformer. Yeah. Let's go check out this freezer. When you come here, people say, well, have you seen the freezer? Because it's really something. How cold does it get in the freezer?
Usually around -12 to -15. I try to keep it in the 10 to -10 range.
And how many pallets can we fit in the freezer?
We're at about 900 right now.
900 pallets in this freezer?
With addition.
900 pallets.
Yeah, and I'll have to
think about that, shopping at Costco and you see one pallet.
Yeah.
There are 900 pallets. Oh, my gosh.
See how high it goes?
4 rows high here.
And you got to be a real good operator to make this work with the forklift.
Yeah, you do.
You really have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, I could see that. I will never drive a forklift in here, I'll tell you that. That would not be a good idea.
I'm very picky about who brings forklifts in here.
And I have to say, we haven't been in here very long. That cold kind of slows your heart down. This is a cold spot.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at here? What do we have?
Oh, this is a lot of your processed stuff right here from Tyson. This would be government food that the food service director has had processed into, our breaded chicken, chicken nuggets, items like that. So it's like a lot of chicken. We try to keep this together. So this is going to be all your process, and then we have purchase, and we have just regular government.
A little Kung Pao chicken there.
Yeah. This is Todd Osler right here.
Hey, Todd.
Hello. He's one of my top operators as far as the uprights and reach trucks go, and that's why he's in here. I trust him in here. So he does me a very good job, and he doesn't break stuff and tip stuff over.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, now this is...
There's a frozen bag of...
Chicken fajita.
Chicken fajita. All right.
Yeah.
Do you get hungry working in here? All you do is work with food all day.
Yeah, once in a while.
I gotta say, you are ready for the Arctic, man. You're iron tough. That is a refrigerator-ware. You've got.
But even with that on, you don't last long.
No.
Yeah, I would say.
Like, especially when you're grabbing boxes, even with these 6 gloves on, 5-6 times picking something up, you're out changing. We got 2 different sets.
When your brand of Coke has the word refridge in it, that means that you are set to work in the freezer.
Yeah.
Wow, this is something else. Wow.
Yeah, even in the winter, the guys will go out of here and they'll go outside in the snow to warm up.
That's a lot of paper. That's probably not a lot of paper to you, but we're just walking by pallets and boxes of paper.
This is all the DP colored paper right here. This is really our small volume paper right here.
That may be more paper than I've seen over the course of my entire life.
Oh, the white DP that we buy.
Oh, wow.
And we buy it on a reverse auction. So I kind of have to gauge how much space I have, what my need is, and then I'll, average like 840 cases a month.
You guys have a great reputation for just having things on hand, just making things available, because schools do have emergencies, and we can't really shut down. We've got kids sitting there waiting for a lesson or a meal.
Yeah, and I've been doing the requests on the these warehouses. Pretty much, I started here as a driver.
Yeah.
I drove for 7 years and then started moving up.
Yeah. So have you been in the warehouse most of the time that you've been in Jordan?
Time.
The entire time.
I started over there under Superintendent Wittenberg.
Oh, wow.
So
you've been under 4 superintendents.
I have.
I think you started in the Reagan era.
I did.
Yeah. Reagan was president.
I did.
And Wittenberg was superintendent.
Yeah, a lot of my drivers, we sit and talk, and they go, "You started when?" And I go, 81. They go, "Oh, that's 3." And then some of them say, "Yeah, I wasn't born yet." So.
Well, Reagan was not just president; he was a new president.
He was a new president. Yeah, I remember when he got voted in, which is bad. That makes me really old.
Now, you mentioned the reverse auction on the paper, and we've got Kurt Prusy here. That's one that's fascinated me when you've talked about that in board meetings before. Tell us about the reverse auction for buying paper.
Right, it's something we do, a cooperative purchase with other school districts. We've had the opportunity the last 2 years to do that. What a reverse auction is kind of what you think of when you are at an auction. The prices go up, and in a reverse auction, prices go down. So everyone has the opportunity to outbid the lowest provider until someone says "uncle," basically, and says we can't go any lower, and that's the winner. And that's typically there's an allotted time. There's some rules with a reverse auction, but it's something we do. Have done in the past, and it's been very successful in that you get to kind of ensure the lowest price, because it really the competitors or the vendors really can compete with each other in real time.
Yeah, and that's just one of the ways that the purchasing department works hard to save money, and the warehouse department, when you've got the right quantities and they move out at the right time, that saves us a lot of money as well.
Right. And when they send it, I'll get a paper, right now I'm getting them from Brenda, one of our buyers.
Yeah.
And it just says, okay, here's 3 months. How many trucks do you want for each month? And then I just look at what I've used, what I have on hand, and then how much can I bring in? How much can I house? And it's worked out great.
I can't even do that with my family. I cook way too much, or not even close to enough when people are coming over. To do that for 58,000 students is something else.
Yeah, if I run out, I'm not very popular, so I try not to run out.
Well, you are very popular, and you do a very good job. So are people surprised when they come through here and see just the scope of what you do?
Oh, they come in and a lot of them are like, well, don't you have time to do this? And I go, well, no. And, they come in and they look and they're like, wow. We didn't understand that. We didn't understand what you guys did.
Yeah.
And we will give anybody a tour through here, and they come through and they're just absolutely baffled by how big it is, the amount of products we carry.
Thank you so much for all your years of service, your decades of service.
They just don't have any idea this is back here.
Yeah.
They just said, we never knew this sat behind the building.
Right.
So,
Yeah, this is behind the scenes in every way.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all your years of service, your decades of service, and we'll sure miss you, but we wish you the best.
Oh, I appreciate, Jordan District. They've helped me support my family the whole time. It's been great. When I started here, I had one child. Now I had 4 kids, and now I got 6 grandkids. So it's
great.
Offered me a great opportunity. So
Well,
I appreciate it. And I've always had a job. I've never been laid off. So it's been great.
Well, congratulations on your retirement, and I wish you all the best.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining us on the Supercast. Remember, education is the most important thing you'll do today. We'll see you out there.